Era el plan que teníamos, pelear en medio del ring. En ocasiones me dio la pauta para poder estar en las cuerdas también. Y pues hicimos lo que teníamos que hacer, lo que teníamos planeado hacer para la pelea.
It's impossible to knock somebody out when he fights the fight not to be knocked out. But everybody here knows who won the first fight.
Let me tell you one thing. I believe Canelo will knock him out.
Hello and welcome everyone around the world to this very special Facebook Live press conference for the highly anticipated Canelo Triple G rematch. I am your host, Mauricio Pedrosa. On September 15th, Canelo Alvarez will face off once again with middleweight world champion Gennady Triple G Golovkin live on pay-per-view at the one and only T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Canelo versus Triple G 2 is a 12-round fight for the middleweight championship of the world presented by Golden Boy Promotions and Triple G Promotions. This event is sponsored by Tecate, the official beer of boxing, Hennessy, Never Stop, Never Settle, Fred Loy Insurance, Interjet, Venom, and Fathom Events. Tickets are on sale now at tmobilearena.com and axs.com as well. To everyone watching on Facebook Live today, we want to hear from you. Leave your questions for the fighters, the promoters in the comment section below for a chance to have your questions answered live on the air today. So stay tuned for that. All right, let's get this started. Let's go straight to our fighters, to our promoters, and we go live to Guadalajara, Mexico. Both fighters have already started their training camps, and we will introduce everyone around this fantastic fight. Joining Canelo from his gym in Guadalajara is his manager and co-trainer, Jose Chepo Reynoso, his trainer, Eddie Reynoso, and the chairman and CEO of Golden Boy Promotions, Oscar de la Hoya, who will open our press conference with a few remarks. Oscar, welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having us. I want to express my gratitude to everybody around the world watching us live for the first time ever, holding a press conference on Facebook. We greatly appreciate the support, and today, as of today at 10 a.m. in the morning, tickets went on sale. They're going extremely well, extremely fast, and we're grateful to all the fans who can be watching live on September 15th from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. I want to thank Team Canelo. I want to thank Team Triple G for making this fight once again for the fans. The fans got to witness an incredible, incredible fight the first time around, and we strongly believe that the second fight will be a continuation, round number 13 of their first fight, televised live on HBO pay-per-view. The telecast does begin at 8 p.m. Eastern. This will give an opportunity for the fans across the globe to watch this fight at an earlier time. So we want to thank HBO and their teams.
Thank you, Oscar. And joining Triple G live from the Summit Gym in Big Bear, California, is his trainer, Abel Sanchez, and the promoter for Triple G, Tom Loeffler, who will also begin with a few remarks. Tom?
Well, we're excited to be part of this great event. You know, this Facebook Live press conference. This is one of those events that we have to give credit to both Triple G and Canelo for making the fight. Not just talking about fighting each other, like many fighters, many stars do, but actually agreeing to fight each other. It was a tough negotiation, but at the end of the day, both fighters have agreed to get in the ring. This will be a great rematch. As Oscar said, the tickets went on sale today. This rematch really feels like it's a much bigger event than the first time. There was a lot of controversy around the scoring for the first fight, and both guys don't want to leave it in the judges' hands this time. We're up here where Abel Sanchez has his training camp in Big Bear, California. Triple G is training to make a much more decisive victory over Canelo in the second time around. You see we have all the titles here. Triple G is the champion, and if Canelo wants to become a champion, he actually has to fight and try to take the titles away. So we're looking forward to seeing everyone September 15th at T-Mobile and on HBO pay-per-view.
All right, Tom, thank you very much. This rematch was scheduled to happen this past May in Las Vegas, but as we all know, the fight was canceled after Canelo tested positive for the banned substance clenbuterol. So my first question is for you, Canelo. Bienvenido, Canelo. What happened, and what would you like to say to your fans that were disappointed in you?
¿Qué pasó? Por lo de la cancelación, ¿y qué le quieres decir a los fanáticos tuyos que se pueden esperar?
No, pues de lo que pasó por lo que se canceló la pelea ya se sabe, no se tiene nada que decir sobre eso, pero lo que le quiero decir a los fans es que estamos aquí, hicimos la pelea, gracias a Dios, es lo que queríamos, es lo que querían ver ustedes y tenemos el 15 de septiembre una gran pelea, una pelea que seguramente sin duda será mejor que la primera y que la que iba a ser en mayo, eso sin duda.
Thank you, Saul. Now with you.
The cancellation, we all...
Go ahead, Robert.
The reason of the cancellation, we all know. There's no reason or no need to talk about that. The main thing is that we're now here. The fight got done. I did it for the fans. This is a fight you wanted to see. And come September 15th, I can assure you it'll be a much better fight than what you would have seen in May.
Thank you, Saul. Now with you, Gennady. How disappointed were you the fight didn't happen in May?
Насколько ты был недоволен и разочарован тем, что 5 мая не случился бой?
Конечно, мы все хотели этого боя, и мы как спортсмены, и также болельщики хотели все этого боя. Но в данный момент мы имеем этот бой в сентябре. Конечно, я был разочарован в первую очередь, но в данный момент у нас все получилось, и я рад, что у нас есть этот бой.
Well, of course, we were all disappointed, and I was disappointed, and the fans were disappointed that this first May 5th bout didn't happen. But right now, everybody is happy that we all agree to have this next fight on September 15th. So both us and our fans should be happy.
Now, Gennady, do you really believe the reason Canelo tested positive for clenbuterol was tainted meat?
Как вы думаете, действительно, что вы верите в то, что Канело сказал, что он получил, так сказать, допинг, потому что он какое-то мясо ел там?
Вы знаете, я уважаю тех спортсменов, кто находится на таком уровне. Но не мною было лишение предоставлено для канеловской команды, и то есть это сделала комиссия, просто-напросто они облажались. Верю я, не верю, то есть это, думаю, не имеет никакого значения.
Well, first of all, I respect the fighters of the level of Canelo, and the fact that they screwed up, it was not my decision to disqualify him, and I think it was the team failure, but it doesn't matter right now. It doesn't matter right now. It's important that we're going to have a fight.
Abel Sanchez, I want to go to you now. Do you also believe the reason Canelo tested positive for clenbuterol was tainted meat? Because you were very vocal when this first news came around that Canelo might be suspended.
Wait for the commission to do their investigation and come out whatever the findings were. Unfortunately, they made a mistake. We have a fight on our hands September the 15th. They found him innocent of any wrongdoing, so we have to go with that. But my personal feelings have nothing to do, or should have nothing to do with the actual findings of the commission.
But why are you saying you think they made a mistake? What mistake did they make?
Well, they felt that he made a mistake. They felt that he ingested some bad beef. Hopefully this time that they're in Mexico, he doesn't do that again. We'd like to have a fight on the 15th, and the fans deserve that.
All right, fans, what do you think? Remember to keep sending us your comments and questions below so we can hear from you live at the end of the broadcast. Let me go back to Gennady Golovkin. Even though your rematch against Canelo Alvarez was canceled, you still fought in May in Los Angeles at the StubHub Center against Vanes Martirosyan. What were you trying to prove in the fight?
Геннадий, к вам был вопрос. Хотя этот бой с Канело был отменен, вы все равно в мае провели бой против Ванеса Мартиросяна. Почему вы решили это сделать? Что вы хотели доказать этим?
Я просто-напросто хочу быть активным, я просто-напросто хочу боксировать. Я люблю, уважаю этот спорт, и я хочу... Многие болельщики хотят видеть мои бои. Почему я должен отказываться, если у меня есть возможность отбоксировать, тем более в такой день, как Cinco de Mayo?
Well, because I like to be active. I like this box. I like this sport, and I like the fans. You know, fans wanted me to fight, and why shouldn't I? Why shouldn't I fight, particularly in such an important day, May the 5th?
Canelo, did you watch Triple G's fight in May?
Canelo, вы видели вот бой, который был 5 мая? У Canelo спрашивают. И переводит ему.
All right, let me go back to Canelo again. Canelo, did you watch the fight? Did you watch Triple G's fight in May? And if you did, what did you think of the fight?
Sí, lo vimos pelear en mayo, obviamente nuestro rival en turno y tenemos que verlo. No, creo que pues no se le puede llamar pelea a eso, creo que no tuvo rival esa noche, simplemente es superior a ese tipo de rivales.
All right, Oscar, sorry, go ahead, Robert.
Yes, I did see the fight in May. Of course I would. I mean, he's the opponent that I have at hand, and that's my job to watch him. As far as what I thought about the fight, look, you can't call that a fight. He had no opponent. That's not his level of opponent. So I didn't pay attention as far as that being a fight.
Let me go back to Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar, could you take us through the negotiations that have taken place over the last few months?
Well, I mean, look, the negotiations are the negotiations. The bottom line is that we have a fight. Obviously, we know who the A side is, and that's Canelo Alvarez. We obviously know that all of Mexico is behind Canelo Alvarez. Everywhere I go, everywhere we walk, I mean, the Mexican national is behind Canelo Alvarez. I strongly believe that Canelo going into the ring last, wanting to win those belts for honor and pride, you know, he's going to show it up in the ring, and we strongly feel that you know, it's a big advantage. And once that first bell rings, you know, we have a fight. So we strongly feel that look, whatever the negotiations were, we're extremely happy with, and the fans are going to be even happier when they see a fight on September 15th.
But Oscar, tell us, why is it so important for this rematch to take place on September 15th? So important, in fact, that you had to put up your own money to make it happen.
Well, that was the big hail maker is, you know, I mean, we can all here talk about percentages and this and that, but there was a few things that I had to throw in myself. But the bottom line is that Canelo has the bigger piece of the pie, and because he's the champion, he's the draw, he's the one that brings in the people. On September 15th, you will have millions and millions of fans supporting Canelo and supporting Triple G as well. But this fight had to be made because we didn't want to experience another Hagler Hearns or Hagler Sugar Ray Leonard because we didn't see the second fight that didn't take place. We didn't want to see Trinidad and myself. We never saw the second fight, so this fight had to take place. The first time was a draw, and finally we have it. September 15th will be such a important day for boxing. I strongly feel that the way this fight is going to turn out, the fans are going to be extremely happy, extremely proud, and boxing will once again rise to the pinnacle of where it should be.
How about you, Tom? Why is it so important for Triple G this fight to take place and to make the compromise that Triple G has made in order to ensure the rematch? For example, letting go of your position that the purse for the rematch should be an even split.
Well, on our side, we know who the champion is. It doesn't matter who's announced first, doesn't matter whose name appears first on the poster. Triple G is the champion. He's going to walk in with his belts, and the important thing is he's going to walk out with his belts. There were a lot of back and forth with the negotiations, but again, we have to give both fighters credit. We have to give Triple G credit, we have to give Canelo credit. We have to give Oscar and Golden Boy Promotions credit. The bottom line is we're not just talking about the rematch, we're actually seeing the rematch happen September 15th. A lot of fighters can't even fight the first time, and here's two of the biggest stars in boxing fighting the rematch. Neither side wants to let it go to the judges. Canelo's predicting a KO. Triple G doesn't want to go through the same thing he went through last year in September, where his fate is in the hands of three people. He wants to make sure he controls his destiny and wants to make sure there's going to be no question who walks out of the ring as the champion on September 15th.
Now, Gennady, we just heard Oscar De La Hoya describing why Canelo Alvarez is the main man on this fight. So, why do you think you deserved a 50-50 split?
Я всегда говорил об этом. Я считаю, что Оскар во многих вещах заблуждается, так как он считает, что вся Мексика будет болеть именно за Канело. Но вряд ли это будет так же, как и Канело является локомотивом в нашем противостоянии. Нет, мы оба заслуживаем этого боя, мы оба достойны этого боя. Конечно, все рассчитывали на 50/50, но я думаю, мы пошли больше на уступки и сделали 45 для нас и 55 для них. То есть это, в принципе, устраивало две стороны. Мы сейчас в данный момент имеем очень хорошую сделку, чему будем довольны. Я думаю, и наша сторона довольна, и его сторона будет довольна.
Well, I always believe that, and I know that Oscar says, and I not always agree with what Oscar says. For example, I don't believe that all Mexico will be rooting for Canelo, and I understand that Oscar thinks that Canelo is the main locomotive behind this fight, but I don't think. I think both are worthy of this fight. And as far as 45-55, yes, we made a concession. I think that we make a big concession, but I think it's right now it's the most important thing that we're going to have a fight, and our fans will love it.
Now, Canelo, Gennady just said that he doesn't believe that whole Mexico will be rooting for you. Do you agree? And why do you think Triple G believes he has some part of the Mexican fans behind him?
Mis detractores durante toda mi carrera, ¿no? Creo que esos siempre están en contra de mí, así vaya con él o con otro rival, ¿no? Siempre están en contra de mí esos detractores, ¿no? Pero hay más gente que me apoya que la que no, así que la gente va a estar ahí apoyándome, 100% sin duda. Y al final, esté la gente o no conmigo, los únicos que nos vamos a subir al cuadrilátero somos él y yo. Somos él y yo, y ese día se va a dar cuenta de la verdad de lo que es el Canelo. Creo que aquí ya se perdió el poco respeto que nos teníamos, y yo voy con otra mentalidad. Voy a demostrarle quién es el mejor, así esté la gente o no esté la gente conmigo.
Look, I've always had detractors. I mean, regardless of if I'm fighting him or who I'm fighting, there's always that side of the fans that, you know, the detractors. But I have many more that love and support me. And now, that little respect that I had, or that we had, it's been lost. And come September 15th, it's just him and I in the ring, whether I have the support or not. It's just going to be him and I, and he'll see.
All right, and to all of you watching us live on Facebook, we'll have a poll. Who do you think will win the rematch? Let us know what you think. Also, send your comments and questions because we will be going live to you in just a little bit. But here's the question. Who do you think will win the rematch? Use hashtag Canelo wins. Use hashtag Triple G wins. Now, I want to go back to Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar, you've had grudge matches yourself as a fighter. Does being in a fight like this motivate you more in training camp, especially when you just heard Canelo saying he doesn't respect Triple G anymore?
Well, that's exactly what a fighter needs. And that's exactly why this fight is going to be such a great fight. Like Canelo said, the little respect they had for each other is out the window. And when you're a fighter and you have no respect for your opponent, magic happens. Magic takes place inside the ring. You train harder in the gym. You run extra miles. You assure yourself that you're in tip-top shape. But more importantly, it's mental. The mental aspect of it is at its highest level. That's why I think that these both fighters are going to be in tip-top shape come September 15, and we will see an amazing fight.
All right, Tom, not only as a promoter, but as a boxing fan, as a fight fan, how excited are you? How excited are you for this fight, and how excited should fans be for this fight?
This is a great fight here. This is, as not only as a promoter, but as a boxing fan, this is the fight that everyone's looking forward to. This is the fight that the fans are looking forward to, that the media has been asking about. And Triple G, you know, I get a lot of comments, a lot of messages on social media from fans in Mexico saying, please knock out Canelo. Don't let it in the judges' hands this time. And Triple G is going to come out that way. I know Oscar's down there in Mexico with Canelo. Oscar, make sure Canelo, less Mexican meat, more Mexican style this time, September 15th. Make sure everything goes the right way. There's two warriors getting in the ring. The gloves are off this time around. Both guys, you know, feel disrespected by what happened last May 5. So I think the fans are going to win coming up September 15th when these guys get in the ring with each other.
Now, Gennady, I know you are on Twitter, and I don't know if you saw this. Oscar De La Hoya on May 11th tweeted the following, and I want to quote here. In the meantime, Triple G Boxing making $3 million and at Canelo making $40 million without you. Hashtag sign the contract, hashtag scared, hashtag Canelo Triple G2, hashtag stop trying. We just talked about respect. Gennady, how do you respond to this, to what Oscar De La Hoya had to say about you on May 11th?
Оскар Де Ла Хойя может говорить многое, то есть все мы знаем, сколько он может говорить. Не всегда это правда, и каждый из нас это понимает. Но в данный момент, если речь идет о деньгах, то есть я как боксер, я делаю свою работу. Я выхожу на ринг и дерусь. А в этом случае я считаю, что Оскару Де Ла Хойя надо просто посмотреть за своим подопечным и сделать ему, предоставить ему ту же возможность, если он любит столько зарабатывать, и предоставить себе такую же возможность заработать еще больше. Пусть они также выходят в ринг и делают свою работу.
Well, Oscar De La Hoya can say a lot of things, and it's not always correct. As far as the money is concerned, I'm a fighter, and I go and work, do my work, I fight. And as far as Oscar De La Hoya is, I think I suggest that he should take care of his own fighter, and if he wants him to make more money, let's have a fight. Put him on the ring.
All right, fans, what do you think? We'll be reading your questions very shortly live, and we are updating the poll results. Now, I want to go back to Abel, and Abel, I want to tell you about this quote from Canelo Alvarez this past week on ringtv.com. Canelo said the following, and I quote, "The truth is that this fight means a lot to me because of all that has happened and all that has been said." Alvarez said Friday, one day before tickets officially go on sale, "I will prove with my fists that I am the best, and Golovkin will eat all of his words and speculations. I will demonstrate who is the best when I defeat Golovkin soundly on September 11 during Independence Day weekend, and I'll make it clear that Mexican boxing is the best. Abel, do you think Canelo has what it takes to knock out Triple G?
All those same things were said prior to the first fight, and it ended up being a track meet. I think that on the 15th, when Oscar and Canelo are having breakfast, Oscar needs to remind him to make sure he brings his courage to the venue that night, because he's going to need it. If he intends to knock out Golovkin, he's going to have to fight him. And if he fights him, he's going to get knocked out. I said that before. He would have gotten knocked out the first time, but he decided to make it a track meet that night. But if he comes to fight, and if he comes to knock out Golovkin, as he said he's going to, if he doesn't defraud the fans again, then he's going to get knocked out. I've said it, and I'll say it again.
Now, Canelo, you just heard Abel saying that you didn't want to fight the first time. I want to go back to you now and let you answer that statement, because it seems like from Triple G's camp, you were never willing to engage during the fight. Will this time be any different?
De acuerdo al equipo de Triple G, tú nunca quisiste tomar riesgos. En esta pelea va a ser diferente.
Yo hice mi pelea, hice la pelea que tenía que hacer, ¿no? Hice una gran pelea. Creo que esta pelea es muy diferente. Creo que es muy diferente. El 15 de septiembre verán a un Canelo diferente y siempre las palabras salen sobrando, ¿no? Y más del señor que le gusta hablar mucho, creo que el 15 de septiembre se va a dar cuenta de muchas cosas.
I did my fight. I did what I set out to do. I did what I trained to do, and I did a great fight. But on September 15th, I'm going to do the necessary adjustments and the necessary things to win. This man just likes to talk. He likes to talk a lot and bring up every excuse possible. But you'll see on September 15th what Canelo Alvarez is all about and what he's capable of doing.
All right, Gennady, you just heard Canelo saying that was his fight, that was his strategy, but he says it's going to be different. How about from your side? How different is your strategy going to be to face with Canelo once again?
Я, в принципе, как чемпион, я знаю свою стратегию, я знаю свою работу, я буду придерживаться своего плана. Конечно, в этом бою много будет зависеть от Канело. То есть ему будет много что показать, то есть насколько он себя раскроет, тем интереснее будет бой.
As a champion, I know my strategy, and of course in this upcoming fight, a lot will depend on Canelo, and the more Canelo can show, the more interesting will be the fight.
All right, let's go to Eddie Reynoso in Guadalajara, part of Canelo's camp. Eddie, welcome. First of all, why is your fighter the better fighter?
Pues porque tiene más argumentos boxísticos, es un peleador que sabe contragolpear, un peleador que sabe quitar los golpes, que sabe caminar en el ring, es un peleador que sabe fintar, que tiene más combinaciones, es un peleador más completo.
Simply, I mean, he's a fighter with more arguments. He has more talent, more versatile. He knows how to walk in the ring. He knows how to make you miss, counter punch, attack. I mean, he has the total package.
Chepo, what did you learn from that first fight that can expose Triple G's weaknesses?
¿Qué aprendió usted de la primera pelea y las fallas, las debilidades de Triple G?
¿Qué tal? Buenas tardes. Bueno, ¿qué aprendí? Saúl es un peleador que piensa, es un peleador muy pensante. Y yo creo que el próximo 15 de septiembre van a ver una actitud diferente en Saúl. La primera vez no se conocían arriba del ring en una pelea, aunque ya se conocían mucho tiempo, pero peleando no se conocían. Ahora ya se conocen los dos. Saúl sabe lo que hemos platicado, sabe lo que faltó, si es que faltó, Yo sigo pensando que ganamos la pelea claramente, bueno, pero la gente los jueces no pensaron así, pero ahora van a ver un Saúl diferente y ese 15 de septiembre van a pasar dos cosas. Saúl le va a quitar lo invicto a Golovkin y le va a cerrar la boca a Abel.
Look, Saúl is a thinking fighter. He's an intelligent fighter. And regardless of what many people thought, I thought he clearly won the fight, clearly. But come September 15th, I can assure you two things. Not only is Saúl going to take away Triple G's undefeated record, but he's also going to shut up Mr. Abel Sanchez.
So none of the boxers want to take this to the judge's decision. So we'll have a new poll for everyone watching. Do you think this fight will end in a knockout? Hashtag yes KO, hashtag no KO. Let me go back to Abel Sanchez now. Abel, you just heard Canelo saying we'll see a different Canelo. Even Chepo Reynoso also said we'll see a different Canelo. What did you learn from Canelo Alvarez on the first fight? And do you think we'll see a different Canelo Alvarez September 15th?
Well, in the first 40-some fights that we saw Canelo fight, he fought a totally different fight, and he promised the fans that he was going to give them the same type of action against Golovkin. After the first couple rounds, he found out that he couldn't. I hope that September 15th coming up is different, because I think the fans deserve what we have been promising them. Golovkin fights in his style. He's the champion. He's going to go at Canelo. And if Canelo thinks he can knock him out, then I think we'll see a classic fight. It doesn't matter how smart Canelo is when he gets hit and he gets hurt, he's going to be knocked out. Smarts have nothing to do with it. He's going to get hit and get hurt.
Now, Chepo, several times Abel Sanchez called Canelo Alvarez a cheater after all the controversy surrounding his suspension. How did that make you feel? And what do you think of Abel Sanchez as a trainer?
Pero él debe de quedarse callado. Al final de cuentas, la pelea va el 15 de septiembre y quien va a pelear, quien va a hablar con los puños es Saúl y Golovkin. Golovkin no dice nada, él es el que habla siempre y siempre. Ya déjalos trabajar, déjalos que peleen ellos. Ellos son los que van a ser los protagonistas. Tú quieres ser el protagonista siempre. A ver, no es el momento. Ellos son los protagonistas, sobre ellos va a recaer la gloria. Déjalos que ellos peleen por la gloria. Y las esquinas que se hagan a un lado, que los que peleen en el centro, que peleen por la grandeza, por la historia. Nosotros no, nosotros hay que hacer nuestro trabajo y punto. No hablar tanto, Abel.
Look, I think Abel Sanchez just likes to talk. He talks too much. At the end of the day, September 15th, it's going to be Canelo Alvarez and Triple G fighting with their fists, not with their mouths. He likes to be the star of the movie, and it's not him. This is about Canelo and Triple G. And what we need to do as cornermen, as trainers, is do our job quietly, because it's not about us. Abel, learn to be quiet, please.
I want to go back to Oscar De La Hoya. He's in Guadalajara with Canelo's team at his training camp facility. Oscar, what have you seen so far from Canelo's team and the way they are preparing for September 15?
Well, it's clear that that for Team Canelo, it's a totally different mindset. It's a totally different fight. Just being an ex-fighter myself, I know what type of preparations you must do in order to fulfill your goal, to fulfill your goal come September 15th against Triple G. And I can assure you, I mean, it's clear that Canelo is in a stronger state of mind. There's obviously bad blood, and therefore that's why it's going to be an amazing fight. Look, Canelo, yes, he can box, he can move, he's the more skillful fighter, he can do all that stuff, but he can also fight. And Triple G hasn't seen that But I'll assure you one thing: come September 15th, it's all business. It's all going in there and proving not to everyone who's watching, but proving to Triple G that he's the better fighter. So, will Canelo be in different shape? Will he be in better shape? Will he be stronger, faster? He's going to be all that and then some. So, on our side, we strongly feel they haven't seen Canelo the way they're going to see him September 15th. We've seen Triple G. We know what he does. All he does is come forward and fights, and that's it. Canelo has many other things he does. So come September 15th, you'll be able to witness them.
Now, Oscar, I want to give you a chance to respond to one of Tom's comments, also Gennady's comments, that when they say that Mexico's actually split, it's divided. Not everyone's rooting for Canelo, and some Mexicans are also rooting for Gennady Golovkin. How do you respond to that?
Everybody has their fans. Everybody has their fans. And there's a reason why when Canelo fights on HBO pay-per-view, which he's the only pay-per-view star in boxing, there's a reason why they support him. There's a reason why he generates the numbers he does. There's a reason why the gates are so high. There's a reason why the numbers are so high. And look, every fighter has their naysayers. Every fighter has their non-supporters. But the truth of the matter is that Canelo has millions and millions of fans all over the world, just like Triple G. But we have to recognize one thing, that Canelo is the Mexican champion, the Mexican star, the star of boxing.
Now I want to go back to Gennady Golovkin. Triple G, you just heard Canelo Alvarez saying how he has lost some respect for you. Let me ask you something. Have you also lost respect for Canelo Alvarez, the boxer, or even the person?
Вы знаете, говорить об уважении с двух сторон, то есть это разные вещи. Как они говорят, у нас разные ментальности. То есть они понимают уважение по-своему, я понимаю уважение по-своему. То, что они делают, это то, что они сделали, это точно не вызывает, с моей точки зрения, уважения. И у многих болельщиков не вызывает уважения. Я надеюсь, в конце концов, просто как я отношусь к чемпионам, как я отношусь к уровню спортсменов, к такому уровню спортсменам, я думаю, в конце концов, мы именно по-мужски сможем пожать друг другу руки. И здесь даже не будет стоять на первом месте уважения, а именно по-мужски пожать друг другу руки. То есть вот именно, думаю, у нас ментальность хватит, чтобы пожать друг другу руки.
Respect is respect. We have different mentality. We have different understanding of what respect is. I think Canelo team, by doing what they did, and they lost some respect from their fans. But it's not important. I do have respect to all the fighters, all the athletes, all the champions who fight at this level. And I think at the very end, we will find a way to shake each other's hand, regardless of what the outcome, regardless of what we think before the fight. As two men, we should be able to stand against each other and shake each other's hand at the end.
Canelo, I remember before the first fight, you both were behaving in a very respectful manner. Why does this time feel like more personal to you, actually to both of you, but for you, Saúl Álvarez? Is this personal this time?
Personal esta vez, y por qué cambió, que en la primera se había pues mutuo respeto.
No, obviamente cambió por todo lo que han hablado. Creo que ya se metieron más allá, ya hablaron más allá, ya me han faltado al respeto y creo que por eso es que ha cambiado, ¿no? Totalmente. Es diferente, es muy diferente en esta pelea, ¿no? Por eso es que ha cambiado mi actitud hacia ellos.
Yes, absolutely. It's changed totally. They've disrespected me for everything they've been saying, everything they've been doing, all their actions. Now it's different. It's personal.
Now, Canelo, a lot has been said from both camps about you and Triple G, but one of your biggest critics so far is Abel Sanchez, and you haven't really talked to him yet, so we'll give you that opportunity to address him directly. What do you want to say to Abel Sanchez, who's listening to you right now live?
Pues sabemos, o sea, han hablado Triple G, pero aquí tienes la oportunidad. Si hay algo que le quieres decir a Abel Sánchez, no lo tengas.
No tengo nada que decirle, él sabe lo que pienso de él.
I have nothing to say to him. He knows what I think of him.
Abel, what do you think of Canelo? He's listening to you right now. You've talked a lot about him as well.
I talked about him because of what his actions have been and the consequences that it has caused for us as a team here, the GGG team. He's an exceptional fighter. Two guys at the top of their game are going to duke it out on the 15th. I hope we get the kind of fight that we're expecting.
All right, Triple G, is there anything that you would like to say to Canelo Alvarez?
Сказать Canelo Alvarezу, Геннадий.
В данный момент я очень рад тому, что у нас есть бой. Я думаю, мы оба будем в лучшей форме, потому что мы уважаем своих болельщиков, мы уважаем свои команды, мы уважаем этот спорт одинаково, я думаю. Я думаю, да, то, что просто нас ждет отличный бой, и я хотел бы ему сказать, чтобы он был готов, потому что я буду готовым. Тем самым будет интересней, тем самым будет вкуснее победа, тем самым будет интересней.
Well, I want to tell him that we should be ready for the fight. You know, we should be ready for this fight for us. We should be ready for this fight for our fans. We should get ready. I think we should be both in a better shape for this fight, and the better we will be for this fight, the more the sweetest taste the victory will have for us.
Canelo, you got the floor. What do you have to say to Gennady Golovkin?
А вот теперь вам слово. Что вы хотите сказать, Геннадий Головкин?
Nada, nos vemos el 15 de septiembre.
Nothing. We'll see you September 15th.
And to all of you watching, is there anything you would like to say to Triple G? Is there anything you'd like to say to Canelo? Let us know in the comment section below for your chance to have your questions answered directly. But before we check out what the fans have been posting in that comment section below, let me just ask you one question to all of you in our Facebook Live broadcast. And I want to start with Gennady Golovkin. Why aren't we all hanging out in the same room? Why are you in Big Bear, California? Why is Canelo in Guadalajara? And why aren't we shaking hands in person? Triple G, I'll start with you.
Почему вы все находитесь в Биг Бэре, а не где-нибудь рядом с Канело и не жмете друг другу руки?
Я думаю, мы каждый находимся на своем месте, и мы делаем то, что нам удобно. В данный момент нам, значит, так всем комфортнее, и я думаю, тем самым будет интереснее наш бой 15-го. То есть мы сможем друг другу все сказать и все показать.
We are in a space, we are in a room which is best for all of us, and I think which is more comfortable for all of us. And so it's better to meet on September 15 and show all the best what we can demonstrate.
Now, Canelo, usually when we are promoting a fight, we have both boxers looking at each other, sometimes shaking hands, sometimes having a little more action than that. Why didn't you want to face Gennady Golovkin before September 15th? Why didn't you want to be in the same room with him at the same time?
Почему вы не хотите быть сейчас в одной и той же помещении с Геннадием Головкиным? Почему? Canelo вопрос.
Desde el 15 de septiembre, normalmente hay el cara a cara, se dan la mano, una conferencia de prensa.
No, seguramente nos vamos a ver antes del 15 de septiembre, ¿no? Pero ya habíamos hecho gira para esta pelea. Creímos que no era conveniente hacer una más. Entonces, por eso.
No, I assure you we'll see ourselves face to face before September 15th. We had already done a tour, we had already done the promotion. It wasn't necessary for this one, but I'll see him very soon.
All right, that's fair, that's fair. Well, fight fans, we certainly have a lot to look forward to this September 15th. In just a moment, we will open up the phones to have questions from members of the media. And first up, we have Salvador Rodriguez from ESPN Deportes. Chava.
Hola Mauricio, saludos a Gennady, saludos a Canelo, a Oscar, a todos en el panel. Quería preguntar primero a Canelo y saludarle. Saludos, Saúl. Como mexicano, ¿crees que Abel Sánchez se merece un buen apretón de manos?
I will translate the question from Salvador. This is for Canelo Alvarez. Canelo, as a Mexican, do you believe Abel Sánchez deserves a good handshake? Can you actually shake Abel Sánchez's hands, Canelo?
Se merece eso y mucho más.
He deserves that and much more.
He deserves that and much more. All right, we move on. Lance Berkman from the LA Times. Lance, good to talk to you. What do you got?
Good to talk to you guys. Canelo, I just have a couple questions for you. Real quick, do you feel like the things that Abel and Gennady are saying to you about really making this a toe-to-toe fight is just a tactic to draw you in, when it may make more sense for you to box yourself to victory in this fight?
¿Crees que las tácticas que están usando es nomás para jalarte a hacer un cambio de golpes y no hacer tu boxeo, que fácilmente puedas ganar?
Seguramente, pero este sentimiento que traigo hacia ellos lo voy a utilizar obviamente con inteligencia, ¿no? Pero me va a servir mucho.
Yes, that's probably their tactic, but you know what? This sentiment that I have inside of me, it's going to help me a lot, intelligently, to bring out what I have to do. I know what I have to do.
And lastly, we have Jeremy Harris from Fansided. Jeremy?
Hi, this first question's for Canelo. There are lots of rumors that have spread around about you wearing a knee wrap in different pictures. Is there anything wrong with the knee, and can you address that?
Muchos rumores de un vendaje que tienes en la rodilla. ¿Estás bien de la rodilla?
No, simplemente estoy usando una rodillera, ¿no? Como protección. Es parte de la rehabilitación, pero me siento muy bien. He estado entrenando fuerte y no le veo ningún problema.
Jeremy?
No, simply put, it's a brace just to support. I've been training really hard. It's part of rehabilitation, and I've been working really hard, and then that is not going to be a problem. Trust me.
Go on, Jeremy.
Second question for Canelo. The CompuBox numbers from your last fight show that Triple G outlanded you by 49 punches and outthrew you by 198. Do you feel that you need to increase your work rate in order to win the rematch?
Las estadísticas muestran que él tiró más golpes y conectó más golpes. ¿Crees que tú tienes que aumentar pues tu golpeo para sobrepasarlo?
Sí, no, obviamente no. Hay que agregarle todo eso a la estrategia que vamos a llevar, sin duda, ¿no? Para ganar una pelea se necesitan golpes y eso es lo que hago en todas mis peleas.
Yes, that's part of the plan, part of what we're working on, and yes, you know, we know what we have to do, and we have to throw more punches, and that's what we're going to do. To win fights, you have to throw punches, and that's what I do in all my fights.
All right, thanks to members of the media. Now it's time to take a look at all your questions and comments you've been posting for the fighters and their teams on Facebook Live. And we'll go straight to that. We'll start with Rob Araujo. Ask them both what will be the difference from the first fight. Hashtag Mexican style. Let's go first to Gennady Golovkin's camp. And I want to go to Gennady, straight to you. What do you think will be the difference from fight number one?
Я думаю, он будет просто-напросто интереснее. Он будет интереснее, он будет более жесткий, он будет более ожесточенный. Так как мы имели первый бой, мы оба сделали выводы. Я думаю, он получится более красочным.
I think this fight will be more interesting. It will be a tougher fight. It will be a fiercer fight. I think we made our conclusion from the first fight, and that this fight will be more colorful and more interesting.
All right, let's ask the same question to Canelo Alvarez. Canelo, what do you think the difference will be from the first fight?
No, sin duda va a ser una pelea diferente, ¿no? Ya nos conocemos, creo que sabemos qué estrategia tomar para que no termine como la vez pasada y sin duda yo llevaré una estrategia, una mejor estrategia y sin duda será una pelea diferente.
No, without a doubt, it's going to be a different fight. It's going to be a better fight. Look, we know what we have to do. I'm going to take even a stronger strategy, a better strategy, and it's going to be a much better fight. We already know each other. Now we know what we have to do.
All right, the next question will be for Team Triple G, and it comes from Juan Herrera. To Team Triple G, are you doing anything different in this camp from the last time you fought Canelo? Abel, this question's for you.
You know, we prepare ourselves and we prepare Gennady to be the best Gennady can be. We won the first fight. A lot of people know that we won the last fight. He knows we won the last fight. Some adjustments will be made obviously in camp, but Gennady fights in a style that's not only fan-pleasing, but a style that he has mastered and with a 23 knockout streak and 20 defenses, making it the 21st on the 15th. I think that's the best in history. He's tied Bernard Hopkins' record. He's got a knockout ratio, the best in middleweight history. So I think the changes are going to be minimal, but I think it's all going to depend if Canelo brings his courage.
That's from the manager's side. I want to hear now from the boxer's side. Canelo, Gennady, are you doing anything different for this second fight, for the rematch?
Нет, я также отношусь к своей работе 100%, и я думаю, я буду готов на 100%.
No, I'm doing, as always, I'm doing 100% what I need to do, and I will be ready 100% for this fight.
All right, there you go, Juan Herrera. That's the answer to your question. Remember, we've been getting a lot of comments, a lot of questions from everyone watching this Facebook Live broadcast. We have one more, Karin Tate for Canelo Alvarez. Hi, Canelo. Can you talk about your impressive footwork and mobility in the first fight? And now that you've had surgery on your knee, do you think your footwork might be even better in the rematch? Canelo?
No, la verdad que siempre lo he sabido hacer. Obviamente lo trabajamos para esta pelea y lo necesitamos para hacer la pelea que hicimos, una gran pelea. Yo no creo que me afecte mi rodilla, ¿no? Pero obviamente tendremos una estrategia si eso me afecta, pero no creo que me afecte. La verdad que me siento muy bien, he estado entrenando normal y muy contento.
No, that's always been part of my arsenal, part of my abilities. I know how to move inside the ring. I have that. And the knee's not going to be a problem. We've been working hard now. We've been training here, and it hasn't given me any issues. And if it does come up during the fight that it gives me problems, we'll already have a plan B, a strategy behind that as well.
Very good question, Karen. Thank you very much. And thank you, everyone, for joining us today, watching this special Facebook Live Triple G Canelo event. A reminder that tickets for September 15 are on sale now, and they are going fast. You can also join Canelo Triple G2 September 15 live from the T-Mobile Arena on pay-per-view. For Golden Boy Promotions, Triple G Promotions, and the entire Golden Boy Media and Entertainment team, I am Mauricio Pedrosa. We'll see you in Las Vegas. Until next time.
Era el plan que teníamos, pelear en medio del ring. En ocasiones me dio la pauta para poder estar en las cuerdas también. Y pues hicimos lo que teníamos que hacer, lo que teníamos planeado hacer para la pelea.
It's impossible to knock somebody out when he fights the fight not to be knocked out. But everybody here knows who won the first fight.
Let me tell you one thing. I believe Canelo will knock him out.